George Poyer, you are a minister at the Home Office.
Yes, I am.
Yes, and one of your many tasks is to refine the criminal justice system.
Yes, well, of course, the criminal justice system is deeply flawed.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
In what way, exactly?
Well, for one thing, the Prime Minister doesn't like it.
Oh, well, in that
You see, what's wrong with the criminal justice system, as the name implies, is that it falls down on the point that before you can punish somebody, there has to be a crime.
Yes, well, one would certainly assume so.
Well, you say that, but why do you assume it? I mean, it's extremely restrictive.
Is it?
Yes. I mean, if you have to prove a crime, you suddenly get involved in very, very grey areas.
Grey areas? What do you mean by grey areas?
Well, you know, courts. Evidence.
Oh.
Lawyers.
Oh, yes.
And now, still in far too many cases, juries.
Juries.
And so we end up with our hands tied behind our backs.
Yes, of course.
But we are taking steps to reverse this situation.
Are you? What sort of steps?
Well, this year, a section of the Serious Organised Crime and Police Act has come into force, which defines the grounds on which a person can be arrested.
Yes. And what are they?
Any grounds, basically.
Well, yes, and surely not for anything. I mean, somebody must have done something, mustn't they?
Now, don't underestimate us.
Sorry.
But in this list, there is a clause which covers anything. You see, what it says is that a policeman can effect an arrest if it allows, and I quote, a quick and expeditious involvement in an investigation on the offence or on the conduct of the person in question.
Oh.
Now, conduct can be anything.
That's true, yes.
I mean, however one wants to avoid conduct, you simply can't.
can't
I mean,
avoid it.
even if you stand quite still with your eyes shut,
Yes.
I mean, that's still...
Conduct, isn't
It's
it? Yes,
still
I'm trying to do
conduct.
that, yes. That is,
Still
absolutely,
conduct.
yes. Come on, this is a breakthrough, isn't it?
It is a breakthrough.
Yes.
You see, in the past, police were very, very frustrated, weren't they? When they saw someone in the street and thought, I don't like the look of him.
Yes. Yes.
And in those days, they couldn't do anything
About it, but now they can.
Now they can.
Yes.
The person can be arrested, photographed, fingerprinted, and have a sample of its DNA, or their DNA, I'm sorry, I said it. They are
Natural
people.
mistake. They are people,
They are
yes,
people.
yes.
Have a sample of their DNA taken, and if necessary, by force.
If necessary, by force.
Yes.
Well, that's good, isn't
That's
it?
a nice touch,
It
isn't it?
is, yes.
Yes, I like that.
Well, of course, just because somebody's arrested doesn't necessarily mean they'll end up in prison, does it?
No, that is a drawback.
Yes.
I agree with that. But on the other hand,
Sorry, yes?
we are taking steps to get round it.
What steps are these?
Well, the most useful step, of course, is the ASBO.
The antisocial behaviour
Yes.
order, yes.
And ASBOs can cover a whole range of human conduct. I mean, a person can be prevented from entering a city centre, from talking to specific people, or even from sitting in the front seat of a car.
Yes, but these aren't actual offences, are they?
No, but if you break an ASBO, you are liable to up to 5 years in prison.
Actually, so in theory, you can be given 5 years in prison just for sitting in the front seat of a car?
Oh, this isn't hypothetical.
No.
And, I mean, it's been the same with the dispersal orders.
Oh, which allow police to disperse crowds from specific areas?
Yes, if they think that the crowd is likely to behave in a way which is likely to cause alarm and distress.
Yes.
Yes.
What constitutes a crowd, exactly?
In the act?
In the act.
2 people.
2 people, yes.
Yes. But only one of them needs to be behaving badly
Yes.
at the time.
And who is the other one?
Can be anybody.
It can be his mother.
Very likely to be its mother.
Yes.
His mother. Did I
his
say
mother,
it
yes.
again?
No,
Yes. His mother, yes.
His mother, yes.
Because that's the point of having parenting orders.
Yes.
You
Yes.
see, because mothers don't know how to bring up their children.
No, no.
That's
But
the point.
of course, and if children persist in misbehaving,
Well, then the parents can go to prison.
yes, more people in prison.
More people in prison,
yes.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and that's fine. I mean, that's
Yes.
absolutely fine as far as it goes.
Oh dear. Doesn't it?
Yes, but we have noticed that there is one point in which the dispersal order crucially falls down.
Crucially falls down. What point is there?
Well, the point is when the one person who constitutes the crowd
Yes.
is not behaving badly.
It's not behaving badly enough.
No, that's a great disappointment.
Yes.
But we have put in a clause in the Violent Crime Reduction Act
Yes.
which allows a policeman to issue the dispersal order if no one is doing anything wrong. I mean, the one person in the crowd
The one
isn't
person in
doing
the crowd,
anything
yes,
in the
yes.
crowd, but the policeman thinks that
Yes.
possibly sometime in the future
Yes.
he might
He might do
He might do something
He
wrong.
might do something wrong.
And this is, of course, makes the point once again of the crying need for identification cards. For everybody.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh.
Certainly does.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Because it's obvious and very, very clear that the government regards the entire population as being potentially criminal.
Yes.
And therefore, we have to keep track of the bastards.
Yes. George Parr, thank you very much.
Thank you. Mind how you do it.